Mambo dance first appeared in the United States in New York's Park Plaza Ballroom, a favorite hangout of enthusiastic dancers from Spanish Harlem. However, the real breakthrough for the Mambo came when it gained its excitement in 1947 at the Palladium, which was located in downtown Manhattan. The Palladium opened its doors as a club for whites only. However, business was poor, and so a Spanish music promoter named Federico Pagani was able to persuade the club owner to book Latin music. He agreed, but for Sunday matinees only. It opened its doors to Puerto Ricans and Cubans and became a rare spot where whites, blacks, and Latinos could come together. From the doors of the Palladium, the music and dance style known as the Mambo took America by storm. The Palladium era were the glory days of the Mambo, and the nights were filled with the rhythms of the three Mambo kings, Tito Rodriguez, Tito Puente, and Machito. Both of the Titos brought a Puerto Rican influence to the Mambo music, and also their infusion of jazz into the Afro-Cuban sound added another wonderful layer of complexity, paving the way for a new flavor of Latin music that would later be called Salsa. So, Palladium Mambo and Cha-Cha-Cha was the progenitor of Salsa, but it's still pretty different. It had a lot more open work, and the dancers, they all danced on different beats. There was no dancing on one or dancing on two. There's really no formalized technique at the time. Dancers of, all different backgrounds came to the Palladium, and they all brought their own, style, ballroom, tap, jazz, swing, all of that, they pretty much incorporated into whatever Mambo steps that they knew. May 1966 marked the end of the Palladium era as the nightclub closed its doors, and the Big Three found their new home inside the Corso nightclub. Mambo music was played almost every night of the week, and it was here that a young Puerto Rican man named Eddie Torres learned how to dance the Mambo by watching the other dancers in the club. Now by this time, the Mambo dance had already evolved into a slot dance, and some of the elements that we were familiar with in salsa dance started to show up, such as the crossbody lead, and some of the spins were there too. The 1970s gave rise to merengue, early forms of hip-hop, disco, and the hustle, which was cool, okay, kind of. Well, I guess it's not as bad as the boy bands of the 90s. Among other aficionados, Eddie Torres kept the Mambo alive by teaching the dance and standardizing the break step on the 2 and the 6. Torres began to teach on 2 when June Laberta, a partner of his, explained music theory to him. Tito Puente also explained to Torres that dancing on 2 was a marriage with the music because the break step synchronizes with the accented slap of the conga drum.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice there's an accent on the 2 and the 6 as we count from 1 to 8. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now notice how the men break back on the second beat with the right foot and they break forward on the left. But it's important that you dance precisely with the correct tempo, like this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Salsa is flavor and spice. Salsa is Latin soul.